What is up, guys? Welcome to the FPL Center. Just a quick video today. I'm going to be looking through my team. I know a couple of people in the comments on the last couple of videos were like a little bit interested to see how I was going to set up. So I'll just have a little look through the team and talk you through my choices. So yeah, let's get into it and we'll bring up the team now. So here we are, guys. This is what I'm going with at the moment. This is probably going to be my final draft going into the first game week. So I'll talk you through kind of position by position. In goal, we've got Guillaume and Robin Olsen here. It's the cheapest rotation I could find, basically, with Lokomotiv Moscow and AS Roma's goalkeepers. Kind of combining here. I'm going to be pretty happy to get 2 or 3 clean sheets from them at a combined price of 8.5 million euros. It's very cheap. It's scraping the bottom of the barrel, really. I'm not expecting huge points totals. I'm not expecting clean sheets every game, nothing like that. But yeah, it frees up 1 or 2 million for me to invest further up the pitch. And I think Olsen gets games against Polzenia and CSKA Moscow. Guillaume gets games against Galatasaray and Schalke. In the home games against those teams, I think they have an okay chance at recording some clean sheets, potentially picking up some save points against the bigger teams as well. So we'll see how it goes. It is risky, I'm aware of that, but like I say, for that price I don't necessarily have huge expectations. So we'll go into defense now, and as you can see here, for those of you who watched my video on the value defenders, no surprise to see Alex Telles. Very excited to own the Porto left back, and going to be hoping for some nice returns from him in both an attacking and defensive sense. Kimmich as well for Bayern here. No brainer really. I think Bayern have a pretty easy group, by their standards. Should get some clean sheets, and I know he likes to chip in with an assist or two as well. So over the course of the group stages, I'm looking to get some decent points from him. And then Nagatomo here and Magnussen, they're both going to combine for 8 million. They're both 4.0 million euros each. Super cheap enablers, again like the goalkeepers. That just means that they're going to allow me to spend more money in midfield and up front. They don't have to do too much at that price either. So like I say, if they're going to just chip in here and there with 1 or 2 clean sheets, I'll be happy. Polzenia again is the opponent that I'm targeting for CSKA Moscow, hoping again for a clean sheet or something in the first game against those, and I think they play them again in week 6 of the competition. Galatasaray's Nagatomo, he's borderline. I had him in and out of my side all the way through, and there's still a chance I might swap him out before the first game week. But I think I'm going to go with him for now, just because he's 4 million, like I said, and I think that group that Galatasaray are in there with Porto, Lokomotiv Moscow and Schalke, there's a decent chance at something for him in the home games against maybe Lokomotiv, which is why I've got him starting in the first week here. And then finally here, Kyle Walker. I did have Mendy here for a lot of the drafts up until recently. But essentially Walker is cheaper at 5.5 million, Mendy is at 6 million, and also you have to now consider that Mendy may be injured after missing the game for Man City on the weekend. It is an easy group for Man City, and again, similar with Kimmich, I'm expecting a decent number of clean sheets, especially in the home matches, and I know Walker does like to bomb forward. He should get more of a free rein to do so as well from right back if Mendy is out. Fabian Delph might sit in a bit more at left back, allowing Walker to kind of bomb forward a bit more on the right hand side. So that's my thinking in the defence. Going into the midfield now, I'll go kind of from the most expensive options through to the cheapest options. Sadio Mane, basically Liverpool are going to score goals. I know that they've got PSG and Napoli, and it's not an easy group to qualify, but there's going to be goals in that group because none of those teams are particularly well known for their defending. So yeah, it was basically Mane or Salah. I preferred Mane because he's 2 million cheaper, and also because I own Salah in the FPL game right now, so I figured going in a different direction for the Champions League might be interesting. So going with Sadio Mane, think he's going to get some good points again this year. He was one of the top scorers last year in the competition from a fantasy perspective. So yeah, definitely happy to go with Sadio Mane there. And Raheem Sterling, similar kind of thinking with Walker, is that Man City are going to have an easy group. And yeah, in the midfield for Man City, there's a lot of rotation kind of risk going around. It was between Sterling and David Silva. They were the two options that I really kind of had some big interest in, and I just think Sterling's going to score more goals, whereas David Silva's going to be more of an assister, and you get more points for goals. So that's why I've gone with Raheem Sterling. Pretty straightforward so far. Brahimi of Porto. As you can see, I've tripled up with Porto. We'll get to the strikers in a second, but yeah, Brahimi, I think Porto are probably going to be favourites to win the group, and I've got a feeling that they're going to, combine quite nicely with Telles, Brahimi, and Abubakar to get me some good points, especially in the kind of first couple of games. So yeah, I'm happy to go with him and see what he can do. And then over here we've got Marlos. Basically, I think Hoffenheim are not quite cut out for the Champions League level. Marlos faces them at home, I think it is, in the first game of the group stages. And I think he's going to do quite nicely for me. He picked up 33 points in last year's competition. He has 4 goals already in the domestic league, so he's in good form. Shakhtar are going to be looking to win that game against Hoffenheim because they're going to really want to push for that second place spot behind Man City. And I think against Lyon as well. Lyon are not particularly known for their defensive kind of stoutness and solidity. So I think in the home and away legs, Shakhtar are going to have a threat in 4 out of the 6 games. So I think Marlos is a good guy to own there. And then on the bench down here is Pizzi. Obviously, if you've seen my latest video on the value midfielders and strikers, you'll know why I'm in love with Pizzi. He's in fantastic form. I did mention in that video that he's on penalties. I've been corrected by one of the guys in the comments. I think it's Rodrigo. He's popped up and said that Pizzi's not actually on penalties. So apologies for that. I thought he was. But yeah, even without the penalties, he's still in fantastic form, and I'm super excited to have him. He's on the bench right now because, of course, he plays Bayern in the first game week, and he's probably not going to be used. I might bring him in if one of the midfielders doesn't do anything at all or has a really bad game, gets sent off or something. He could come in then, but I'm probably going to bench him and then use him in game week 2 onwards. But yeah, I'm really happy to have him in the team there. And then strikers, as you can see, I've doubled up here on the Barcelona boys, Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez combining, and I'm really targeting this home game against PSV. Honestly, this team has been set up with a transfers even in mind for game week 2, because basically I want to target the Barcelona at home against PSV game. I'm then probably going to transfer out both Messi and Suarez, and it works perfectly to bring in Cristiano Ronaldo and Edin Dzeko. If you check the game week 2 fixtures, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to have a home match against the Young Boys, the Swiss outfit, and Dzeko is going to have a home match against Bolzania. So that sounds pretty tasty to me. I like that. I'd sell Messi and Suarez for the Tottenham and Inter games because I think both of those games might be a little bit tougher for Barca. They should still win them, but maybe not as many goals. So I'm hoping, a nice big win in the first game home against PSV for Messi and Suarez, both of them getting some points there, and then selling them for Ronaldo and Dzeko to target that game week 2 kind of nice easy run for them. And then game week 3 is when I might be looking at wildcarding anyway, or using the limitless wildcard, for example. I think game week 3 is a good time to use a chip. So that's my kind of thinking on that. And then obviously we've got Abubakar over here as well. Again, like I said, targeting Porto in that group. I think they're going to do well in every game, and Abubakar has an amazing track record in the Champions League group stages, and he's also been in pretty good form domestically so far this season. So that's the video, guys. Let me know what you thought of the team. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Get subscribed if you're not already, and that's all from me. I'll see you guys soon.